A very good evening to you. My name is Josephine Frempong and welcome to Mission 2016. Well, a professor of linguistics and a dean of students of performing arts at the University of Ghana, Professor Kofi Ejekum, has asked the media to be mindful of the gatekeeping role in the run-up to the December elections. He was speaking on the sidelines of a media dialogue in Tama.
The gatekeeping role of the media has come under scrutiny as a result of the use of abusive language and hate speech. This comes on the heels of a media report by the National Media Commission, NMC, which revealed limited coverage on the matters of concern to Ghanaians, including health, water, education, employment, women and children. At a dialogue session with radio producers and presenters, Professor Kofi Ejekum admonished the media to be mindful of their responsibilities. He emphasized that the media must set the right agenda and promote issue-based campaigns in the lead-up to this year's elections.
Without language, there's no communication. But language is also a very precious thing that should be handled very well. It is also very delicate. So people who use language must as well have the skills on how to use language. If they don't have the background in communication and you hire them, give them in-service training while they are at work. Because you need efficiency, you need communicative competence, you need people to listen to them, and you need people to admire the way they speak.
Media owners reminded of the need to be guided by the ethics of their profession.
When I started off, what I call the old school journalism, I used to write scripts. I was writing for various programs. So I know that those days, what we call old school journalism, whatever you say on radio or TV was scripted first.
Since 2003, the Media Foundation for West Africa has instituted a mechanism to monitor the use of indecent language on radio stations. The executive director of the Media Foundation for West Africa, Suleimana Brima, said issues, not insults, must dominate public discussions.
We want presenters to do their work as professional as possible, and all we are seeking to have is a peaceful election that is driven by issues-based campaigning, so that we don't have a situation where the media would be the ones driving people into conflict or inciting people to violence.
The Ghana Federation of the Disability Organizations says public awareness and compliance with Disability Act is not satisfactory. The advocacy officer of the Federation, Isaac Tugon, stressed public buildings still remain inaccessible to persons with disability.
The Disability Act was passed and received presidential assent in 2006. The Act seeks to promote inclusiveness for persons with disability in the areas of health, education and transportation. Advocacy Officer of the Ghana Federation of Disability Organizations, Isaac Tugun, is unhappy that the nation has failed to implement key provisions of the Act.
When you look at the Act, especially the 10-year moratorium, it ends on August 9th. That transitional provision, Section 60 of the Act, gave grace periods of 10 years to occupiers or owners of building public places that predated the passage of the Act in 2006 to do or to modify themselves and to make themselves accessible and available for use by a person with disability. That is a key provision. As we speak today, I have not noticed, I've gone around so many places, but I have not noticed any effort that has been made to that effect.
Isaac Tugun explained that the National Council for Persons with Disability, which is tasked with responsibility of mainstreaming the need of PWDs, is under-resourced. The Ghana Standards Authority, he stressed, has failed to develop guidelines in the construction of ramps.
We do not have a very dynamic body that is responsible for seeing to the implemented compliance with the provision of the Act. It is the National Council of Persons with Disability. But the council is not staff, it's not resource. So it has not got the ability to really act as it should carry out a mandatory function. So I will speak today. The council is supposed to have regional and district branches where to make sure that at every level of society they are complying with the provision of the act. But they have not even got one regional branch. They have not got one district branch, which is unfortunate. It's only in Accra here, and at the headquarters in Accra here, only skeletal staff are there, and they are all on secondment. You understand? We do not even have a substantive executive secretary. I think this is the main reason. The second reason is the absence of the what we call the national standards. For 10 good years, the national Ghana Standard Authority had not been able to develop and gazette the national standards, which people use to really construct the necessary ramps.
In the lead-up to elections 2016, Isaac Tugun has a message for political parties.
We want to see what provision they have in their manifesto for persons with disability regarding employment, the enforcement of the person with disability or the CRPD, the UN Convention on the Rights of Persons with Disability, as well as education. How are they going to ensure that the inclusive education will be implemented? And as I mentioned, employment is very key to persons with disability because it is that one that is making them to live within the poverty bracket. Without employment, they cannot earn a decent living and they cannot live a decent life.
You have a stake in promoting the welfare of persons with disability. Mission is sponsored by Star Ghana, UK Aid, European Union, and Danida. We'll be back same time tomorrow on News 360. My name is Josephine Frimpong.